Invasion USA. They are an army of international terrorists. Their target, America. Their objective, control.
18 hours from now, America will be a different place.
Cannon Films, the company of the future.
Let me tell you, Cannon today is in a stage, maybe it could be compared to the beginning of United Artists. If you remember those days, we reached this room, this table, this building, this kind of recognition. For the first time, I felt, I was 2 weeks around the country, and the first time I felt, first of all, everybody knew about us, and everybody treated us with respect. And the interviews were fantastic, the way they looked to us, and they said, you are those guys that conquered Hollywood, you are those, and it's like a fantasy, and they all looked to us with appreciation. They were as if they loved us for what we are and what we did. הולך להחליף את המוזיקה, אני הולך לשנות קצת, ואני מחפש שם. בינתיים יש לי איזה שם, אני צריך שאתה מתי תחשוב עליו. Stop that marriage. בינתיים, זה השם שלי בינתיים.
8 years ago, Menahem Golan and his cousin Yoram Globus were virtually unknown outside Israel. They now run the most powerful independent film company in the world.
Marriage, Venetian style. היה holiday in Rome. Holiday in Rome, holiday in Venice. Marriage in Venice. Marriage in Venice. זה שם טוב. כן? כן. Marriage in Venice. Or stop that marriage. Marriage in Venice.
Are we getting lunch here?
Yes, we are on
Because a lot of people are coming.
It's
a lot.
here.
Because the Shoshiko is coming.
Yeah.
Now.
Don't worry about it. Just go over there and watch us dance.
This is it, Joe. This is it. In the play Turbo and Ozone. Double that B-boys with a funky bass to make you feel real.
Cannon specialize in low-budget films for the international market. Breakdancing was made for $1.5 million and grossed $40 million at the box office. Golan and Globus control cinema chains in Italy, Germany and Holland. And earlier this month they bought a huge share of the British film industry, including ABC Cinemas and Elstree Studios.
People live in the city. You got to be careful of everyone you meet. There's looting and shooting, people stabbing, the innocent bystander.
Cannon, who already own the classic and star cinema chains in Britain, have been interested in buying screen entertainment all along. Under today's deal, Cannon has pledged to step up film production at Elstree Studios. The combined group will control almost 40% of the cinema screens in this country, a share of the market that could well attract the attentions of the Office of Fair Trading.
The company doesn't have any problem to finance this acquisition. And don't need any help from nobody.
Do you think this is the end of Cannon's outward expansion now, or are you still intending to acquire more?
It's not the sky's the limit. It's not. Why should it be the end? We are like those troubadours in the Middle Ages who used to go to the marketplaces and tell fairy tales, tell story to the people who had dreary lives. I believe that all of us are looking for, one of the great things that we are all looking for is more life. Life, another life. Life beyond what we are limited to on our earth. Life beyond E.T. Life up there. And that's what cinema provides us. It's practically a godliest art.
And since we don't play tennis, we are not going to Apollo lunch in the Beverly Hills Hotel, and we don't have other hobby than cinema. So when we finish to work and we have 2 hours, we go to see a movie.
We write no last chapters. We close no books. We put away no final memories. An end to America's involvement in Vietnam cannot come before we have achieved the fullest possible accounting of those missing in action.
Hydraulic control switch?
On.
Both. Help us let it in.
Heads up, guys. Here comes Colonel Braddock.
So why would Colonel want to go to Cambodia?
Yeah, he could get hurt going across the fence.
He's meeting a recon unit, checking enemy strength.
Clear?
Clear left, sir.
Let her rip. Main generator switch. Burn switch.
Clear.
Governor RPM.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Sergeant.
Sergeant Blake. Would you like to take the control, sir?
No, thanks, Captain. Along for the ride.
Menahem Golan was born Golan Globus in Tiberias, Palestine. For patriotic reasons, he renamed himself after the Golan Heights. He flew as a fighter pilot in the 1948 War of Independence. Yoram Globus worked as a projectionist at his father's cinema in Haifa and sold tickets in Ice Creek. Before moving to Hollywood, Golan and Globus virtually created the Israeli film industry. When they took control of Cannon in 1979, it was a near-bankrupt company, producing cheap films like The Happy Hooker and Cauldron of Blood. Their shares were then quoted at 20 cents. They're now worth $35.
Okay, hold on just one moment.
Jack, we are talking about the director, Bogdanovich. I want to sign with Bogdanovich a 2 or 3 picture deal.
Yeah, but you know, Menahem, let me tell you something, all right? I mean, you and I know each other a long time. If you want to buy Peter Bogdanovich on the street, okay, just say that you had a project called XYZ.
Yeah, I'm not buying people. I'm giving them opportunities.
But he's not going to do it for $1 million on a cigar.
Yeah, man. Then we don't have a deal.
I mean, that's what I got to tell you honestly. I don't want to. I do respect you, all right?
My friend, my offer to him is $1 million per picture with points, fair points, and to be a member of the Cannon family. He needs a family because he's now without a family. And he's a loser, and he needs to be with the winners.
I will discuss it with him, and I promise I will get back to you.
I want to work with him. We're working now with Frankenheimer. Friedkin is signing with us. And as you know, Zeffirelli will do 3 pictures here. Andrei Konchalovsky, great directors. He should be with a family of great directors, and he should appreciate the fact that I consider him a great director.
I understand.
He went downtown, oh, said he went downtown. He saw Miss Brown, she had brown sugar all over her booger. He think he might join the fun, but he had to hit and run. See, you just can't settle down, in the kinky part of.
Hello. Are you gay?
You know he's got to.
Sorry.
Oh, baby. Right on the
It's okay. Don't worry. You're safe here.
Oh, he's feeling down. Kinky reggae, take him away. Kinky reggae now.
With John Cassavetes, brought me a 2 hours and 15 minutes movie, Love Streams. I had the right to cut it. I told John, I think 15 minutes the movie can suffer. Go and cut out 15 minutes in the middle, and you will see we'll get a much better movie. He says, Menahem, it will be done in the next 2 days. 2 days later he came, and the movie was 2.5 hours. And I said, John, you added 15 minutes. He said, but it's shorter, nevertheless. I said, John, you're a genius. What can I tell you? I will not argue. We'll go out with your cut. We have suffered.
Menahem, let me ask you. On a film that breaks even, what is your problem with giving up a percentage for Friedkin's deal?
Look, we do not want to go to gross deals with directors. We don't want to. We want to feel good with the guy.
No.
And look, I think Friedkin deserves points. I don't tell you not.
Well, but he's always had points.
but not gross. I cannot give gross. I'm not giving gross.
Well, but it's the same. I mean, Dino is doing the same thing with them. I mean, Dino does...
Then I need 3 negative costs to take.
Menahem, let me ask another thing. The Mirishes are producing, or they're whatever they're doing.
Yes.
How much are they getting for this?
Listen, the Mirish brought us Dustin Hoffman. You have to understand that.
Yeah.
When they brought us Dustin Hoffman, they had something to sell us.
I understand.
Canon Films presents an outstanding lineup of films for 1986 and beyond. Major filmmakers, major stars, major motion pictures. Next, Sylvester Stallone hits the road in an 18-wheeler and heads out to become a world-class champion. This time, he's fighting with his bare hands and going over the top.
Menahem he's a dreamer, and he's a grown-up kid, and he's doing everything he's always wanted to do in this industry. He dreams all the time, and he makes his dreams into a reality.
If a director is not flexible, and he doesn't find that you can shoot streets of New York, in Montreal, in Toronto, you know, let me tell you, John Schlesinger is shooting for Orion, The Religion. It's a New York story, he's shooting it 100% in Toronto. I mean, the difference we found in the budget is to shoot 2 weeks in New York, less than 10 days. Second unit cost $1.5 million compared to $200,000 in Toronto. The budget for Toronto for 6 weeks is as much, practically, of the below the line of New York of 10 days. You understand? And if you want to go to New York for a couple of days and steal some shots, fine with me. But the main thing that you have to be fast and flexible because the unions, especially the Teamsters, are killers.
But the mob is in for a surprise because Harry is fighting back. Starring Roy Scheider and Anne Margaret in 52 Pickup. Written by Elmore Leonard, directed by John Frankenheimer.
Christy, could you come in a minute, please? When you work with Canon, you're working with the same management that you start the picture with and that you finish the picture with. Now, that hasn't happened to me in 10 years. Every company that I've worked with, the management has changed from the beginning of the picture till the end of the picture. I don't have to tell you what that means. It means that the new management comes in and they dump your movie because they want to discredit the previous management. That doesn't happen at Canon. You're dealing with filmmakers. Most of the people that are in executive positions in Hollywood today have never made a movie. They have never been involved in the production of a movie. They have no idea of what it takes to make a movie. Most of them have no idea what a director does. Menahem Golan is a director. You're dealing with someone who does the same thing you do, who understands what your problems are. You're dealing with guys who know every element of the film business. That, to me, is terribly refreshing. So far, it's been a terrifically happy association, and I have every reason to believe that it's going to continue to be. Unlike England, where everybody talks about making movies and nobody makes them, here, these guys make the movies. And they don't talk very much, which I find terribly refreshing.
Acclaimed director Andrei Konchalovsky brings Tom Kempinski's electrifying masterpiece to the screen. Duet for One. Julie Andrews, Alan Bates, Max von Sydow in Duet for One.
Well, they seem to be the only people that are making pictures at the moment. I think they've done a marvellous thing for the industry. At least we're working. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be. You know, there aren't any other pictures at the moment, or very few anyway. I think their reputation is getting better. I think their product is getting better. Let's hope the upward trend keeps going.
Action! More champagne, please, miss.
So terribly sorry.
Wait.
Oh, silly.
What is it?
How long will you be gone?
I don't know, but I'll call him.
Are you still planning to go to Singapore?
Well, we had thought about it, but he didn't.
Okay, good. Fine. Better, getting you there.
God, getting there. It is so hot.
More you look at him, more it will be covered, you see. Otherwise, I still feel that you're avoiding, like you're smiling to something. I'd like you to look at him with, don't hide your tenderness. But I feel good. I look at you, your still hands.
It's a very dramatic role, and for me, perhaps one of the biggest in quite a long time, in that it's terribly detailed. It isn't often that an actress has the chance to try to learn to play the violin and to portray the difficulties of somebody with multiple sclerosis and 100 other things as well.
I got the strangest feeling in my hands.
Like what?
Like it didn't belong to me, you know. My mind was telling it to do one thing, but the fingers wouldn't respond, you know what I mean?
I'm not sure. So that's HBO.
You shouldn't drink any more tonight.
תשמע, אנחנו נעשה כסף על הסרט הזה, זה לא רק הצלחה אמנותית תהיה.
אני חושב ככה.
41 take 3, A camera.
The camera in. And playback. Andre.
Yeah.
You remember that little scene?
Of course I remember.
Well, he's better than her, you know what I mean?
I know, it should be that this way.
Yeah?
No, that's planned. That's planned, Menahem. It's exactly why I'm taking her, because she has so many dramatic scenes. If she's going to push the time to the tier, we won't have any place to go.
I understand. But after all, she's talking about something that she had no choice. Well, maybe because...
I know, but she speaks about it, my dear friend, through the whole fucking movie, and 4 times with psychiatrists.
I know, I understand. Andre, I trust you. I know what you're doing. And I know that you are looking at the whole movie. But I see rushes of few days, that's all. So maybe my judgment...
It was very important for me to hold it. I'm holding very much scenes back.
I understand.
Because otherwise we will never get to the real climax.
I understand.
It's like to play piano to get real forte after, that's it.
I understand, Andre, but it looks...
How did you like Albert Hall?
I didn't believe my eyes. How many people you had there? I mean, it looks like you have 5,000 people.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You see, they do understand me. One situation I know of, there was a talented director here that Menahem had a good instinct about, and he gave him a lot of leeway. And film didn't turn out, actually. And he was furious. And I understand he was angry over the fact that, he trusted this guy. His instincts were wrong. And the film was finished, but I don't know if he'll work here again. And that's where Menahem is more of a, that's where he's a toughie. That's what I actually, this may sound convenient, but that's what I like about him, I mean, luckily I'm speaking from a point of our film is in good shape. He likes us and everything's okay. We're doing another one based on that instinct. But I guess you just don't let him down.
Listen, I have a little problem with Christopher Reeves that I want to discuss with you.
Okay.
Christopher Reeve is John Fisher, a reporter who needs a story and finds it in the seamy underworld of 42nd Street.
Nobody shoots today in New York when they have a low-budget movie. And if they think that they have a big-budget movie here, then I have a new story to tell them. Street Smart is comparatively a low-budget movie. So Jerry Schittsberg, the first thing he does, he calls and complains under my belt, giving me under my belt, and complains to Christopher Reeves. Half an hour later, almost midnight, Christopher Reeves calling me. What am I doing? I'm ruining the big... Look, Chris is the star of the movie. He should act in the movie. He can work on the script with the writer. I did everything they wanted. I sent the writer to New York. I did everything they wanted. His interference, that we have a kind of an axe over our head from a star, I don't like it. Honestly to God, I don't like it. He should, we are doing this movie, and he said, you know what he said to me, and that I thought is a kind of a way which I wouldn't like to hear it from nobody. He said, if you don't have another $1.5 million to do this movie in New York, how do I know that you have 30 million to do Superman? I mean, the way to talk to me like that, where do you take the money, he said. I said, from the bank, please, from the bank. You don't understand in the world realities. What can I tell him, that he's only worth $1 in Superman? Can I tell him that and I will be a guy who insults him? I did Street Smart because I wanted to please him, because I like the script, because I think it's a good project for us. But if we go bananas with the budget there, we will risk our ass. We don't work this way.
Christopher Reeve returns as Superman in Superman 4, his biggest adventure yet.
What is it?
It's this thing from Variety Club International. Yoram promised them 4 ads over the next year. And I've got to give them the first one in a few weeks, so what do you want?
I would give them Othello. The event, the film opera event of our century, Othello. Zeffirelli, Cannon.
Cannon Films proudly presents a motion picture event. Starring Placido Domingo, the foremost tenor of our time. Directed by internationally acclaimed master filmmaker Franco Zeffirelli.
You see, I'm not an opinionated man except when you come down to politics or sport. In work, I'm a real whore. I'm like the painters of Renaissance that went to the court of the King of Spain or the court of the King of Naples without absolutely questioning what their political ideas were, what the breed or whatever. They were only concerned about finding someone who gave them the money and the means to work and to become famous. So this is my attitude. The ways of the Lord are infinite and they shouldn't be questioned. Any money, if you really insist, any money which is given to you is not necessarily clean, especially in movies. You don't know where it comes from. Let not me mention producers that I know their money is not clean. Canon are very clean people. They are special. Menahem and Globus are two absolute surprises. There's no one like them nowadays in the world.
Giuseppe Verdi's brilliant musical adaptation of Shakespeare's monumental epic of deceit, revenge, and triumph. Othello, the story of the legendary Moor. His power conquered an empire. His passion destroyed his life. Placido Domingo at the peak of his art.
Hello, Mike.
Good morning, Menahem.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How was Dumb Dicks?
Fabulous. We are changing the title, but it's a...
What a title, Dumb Dicks.
Well, it's like Mike Greenfield, same kind of name.
Dumb Dicks.
Next.
I have for you Chuck Norris's picture for April. Ready to shoot. Fantastic, you're gonna love it. Absolutely love it.
Bring me the script.
Killing, shooting, maiming, fabulous story. Script, nobody has seen it. I got it last night. I read it this morning. He told me it's a better picture than Chuck has done in some time. Action, complete action.
Show me the script.
And it's written very well. I mean, it's not a cheap shoot-em-up. It's a real good script. Excellent script.
Don't talk about it. Send it here.
All right, listen, what I'll do is I'll bring it over. Who is charged reading? What if I take it over to Chuck's office? Are you going to be in today?
Let us read it first.
My darling, this one you want to make. Immediately. A deal in 24 hours, let me tell you.
All right, bring the script. Let Susan or Henry read it immediately.
All right, fine. Second of all, I talked to Linda.
Yes.
Obviously, if the picture is successful, she'll want to raise. So instead of getting a renegotiation and asking for more if the picture first one gets fair, it's fair to give her $1 million on the
I'm
second.
asking you, what if the picture, the first one flops?
I will walk naked down Sunset Boulevard.
No, but I wanted
which
it.
which is worth more to you than the $250 to have pictures.
No, I listen. I'm ready to sign Linda Evans, $750, $1 million for the miniseries, and $750 with, if the first movie doubles its negative cost, she gets another $250. You must give something that we need some booster. We need something that we feel that we had a justification. I cannot face my board of directors otherwise.
Okay, let me take that back to her. That's a reasonable offer. We may have something in the middle, but that's a reasonable. We're close. I think we're going to do the deal.
Runaway Train. Nominated for 3 Academy Awards, including Best Actor, John Voight. He's pushing me.
Please, try again, and I'll send you out of here in plastic.
Wants me to jump the wall.
How much? You know what? Give me $25. No cost on nothing.
Canon has developed massive expertise in packaging and marketing films for international sales. The Los Angeles film market is now as commercially important to them as the Cannes Film Festival.
Canon International.
Maybe you have an idea what will it cost to make, and then we will evaluate it for that. I mean, all the material that you have, and the feature films we have to read. I can tell you right now that unless it's packaged well, to do English stories, English films, I'm very reluctant. Very seldom that an English picture, unless it's really a genius piece of work, like Chariot of Fire or something like that, that it makes it, you understand?
Yes.
And England does not have enough stars for packaging, you understand?
Depends what price you make it for.
That's right. I think that for a low budget.
You know what's a low budget? Under $1 million, it's a low budget. Under $1 million, it's a low budget. We in the list of 30 movies, we have at least 10 movies that are budgeted at less than £1.5 million. You're talking £1.5 million, it's $2 million, right?
But the point is that
$2 million, Micha,
if you make it,
is a budget that you can shoot a big war picture in the Philippines.
But if you make it in England, the English market can cover most of it in the box office.
Only it's very commercial British comedy, yes, but then it's worth Bobcats outside.
New York, a city pushed to the edge. People pushed to the limit, and no one's got the guts to stop them.
It's collection time, Charlie.
3 murders, 4 rapes, 9 acts of random violence.
Think about this. Come with me with offer. If you want, with a check.
No, that's, yeah, that is a normal, standard procedure of contract as well, no problem, I guess. But the problem is, what is the price? That is a problem,
I was asking price $150 each.
No. Okay, then tomorrow I will drop again here, okay? Tomorrow, what time can I drop here?
It is 900 years after the Great Nuke, and the roles of women have changed dramatically, much to the displeasure of men.
Okay, I can do a receipt up for you right now, but the contract I'll have ready for you in about an hour. Okay, so if you like, you can stay or...
Jalan ya lah ya. Mau kemana? Ke Singtek. Oh.
I'm Yoram Globus.
He's our president.
We are happy to do. We sold a lot of pictures to India.
Oh, yeah? He bought for us Ninja 3 now.
American Ninja.
American Ninja.
American Ninja is very good, you know. There's no one country in the world that this picture failed.
Michelle is a desperate angel, taking a one-way trip through a living hell.
Because of your lies, I gotta spend 3 years in this stinking hellhole.
But even good girls grow up fast in the naked cage.
No, outside. We back outside.
Small movements. The cage is a very small movement. Naked cage.
Okay, I look for it. That's for Hong Kong?
I'll make a list of 10 titles. I'll make a list of 10 titles. 5 will be major movies, 5 will be one of your older movies.
Okay.
But please be reasonable. Let's go out something whereby I can breathe.
I will find for you.
I take your advice.
You have 5, yes? The major one.
I've got 5, yeah. Plus Delta Force.
6.
6.
Okay. Hercules.
Hercules is good? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's good.
Okay. How is Young Warriors?
Young Warriors is good.
Suitable for me, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You will use prints available of all this?
Treasure of the Four Crowns.
Okay. So one thing you'll definitely find that I pay much higher than anyone else pays for East Africa. I know it.
No,
I know what they pay. I know what they pay.
We are talking about small money.
No, but it's a small market. And frankly, in East Africa is only Kenya. Everything else is dead.
Dracula?
No.
You don't want
no horror movie. No horror at all.
What I can do is we can put some money down and we can try, you know, we can always...
Okay.
I mean, we want to start doing business with it. That's the idea. I mean, whatever it takes. And once you know us, then maybe you'll feel more comfortable doing more business with it.
Okay. Why not?
Right?
This movie can get you, if you want to risk, for smaller money.
Tell me. And, I want to...
25,000.
How much?
25.
25, okay.
Yeah. But it's risk.
Okay, but of course you have to give us the, as you would do with any deal with India, subject to government approval there. And,
if not, you lose the advance.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm saying is that if government bans it because it's polarized.
Then don't take it.
It's just worth trying, but that's what I'm saying is that
You know how many people offer me to take the movie?
I'm sure they must have.
You get to smell what it means to sell movies?
Oh, yeah. I've been here before.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Is it down? Are we down?
Yes, we are in the lobby.
Hi.
King Lear, Shakespeare's immortal classic, in a modern version by acclaimed author Norman Mailer. King Lear, from the premier director of France, Jean-Luc Godard, comes the timeless story of loyalty, corruption, and power. King Lear.
You know, I have enough enemies without traducing Shakespeare. And to make a screenplay out of any Shakespearean work is, I think, you know, a dubious venture. And I said, well, I love to work with Godard. He's marvelous, and I've always, you know, been influenced by him and stimulated by him and found him fascinating, and find his work fascinating, but how would you do it? I don't think I really want to do it. And then Tom talked to Menahem Golan and came back and said, well, how about if you could direct Tough Guys? Now, I've been wanting to direct Tough Guys Don't Dance for 2 years now. And no one's willing to take a chance on me because I'm not a professional director, although I have made 3 movies in the past that were not scripted. So I thought about that, and I said, sure, I'll do King Lear if I can also direct Tough Guys. I met Menahem Golan, maybe a month later. I must say I liked him. There was absolutely no way in the world I was not going to like him, considering his generous belief in me. And I'm very simple. Someone who treats me like a caballero is my idea of a caballero.
This is Jean-Luc Godard personally scratched it, and he wanted the announcement in Cannes to be done the way he scratched it.
Exactly as
I think it has something in it. First of all, Shakespeare is a Picasso drawing of Shakespeare. Norman Mailer with his signature and Jean-Luc Godard, the combination of the 3 makes it a collector's piece. And I would go with this as an ad, definitely so. Watch it. I don't know which one is the original, but watch it, find the original, and put it as this will be our ad for King Lear.
qu'il l'aimait tant, je le trouvais le plus beau de Saint-Jean. Je restais grisée, sans volonté, sous ses baisers.
The Naked and the Dance, Billy Friedkin wants to direct. For television. For television? Yes.
Yeah, he's doing a miniseries now, I believe.
I have a deal with him.
Movie television.
I have a deal with him. Billy Friedkin, 6 hours, Naked and the Dance.
I think you're going to be surprised with all your new announcements how anxious the networks would be to do business with you. I really do.
I offered the job to the president of CBS. Yeah, what's his name?
Bud Grant?
Yes. I offered him, I said, the day you say to me yes, I'll give you a check for $1 million, just as a key money. Then you come, and then I'll give you any salary you want. You do what you want here. He laughed. I said, let's talk in 6 months.
You were right. You were right.
He's very good, by the way.
But I couldn't break them. I mean, I don't understand them. I've been in meetings and meetings and meetings, and you talk, and then nothing happens. I mean, they depend on spelling because with him they know. You know, they don't take any, trying not to take any gamble, any.
That's a problem, networks.
Yeah.
They're not taking any chances anymore. It's stupid. Just stupid. I'm doing it'll be on the air Sunday, a Danielle Steele book. And I went to them and I said, we would like to do it for 6 hours. And they said, no, 4. And I said, well, it's not going to pay us to do it for. We have to go shoot in Paris, we have to shoot on ships in San Francisco and Boston. Won't pay us for 4. We finally compromised at 5. We had to cut the script down and cut it down, and we lost so many good things on the way. We were shooting for 12 days, and they ordered 6 hours.
Really?
You know, they don't know what they want. That's the problem.
Well, you want to talk about surrender?
Yeah, let's talk about surrender.
May I just say one last word
You just
on
made the
television?
deal for the stuff.
You have the greatest hook on television that anybody has.
What?
When you're doing movies and miniseries, you can get some stars to do it for you as a favor because you can guarantee them a movie.
Yeah.
And that's true with writers, that's true with directors. You can get a lot of people, you know, who've never done television. You know, and the right thing is, Michael Caine would do a television movie or a series or a mini-series for you. They couldn't get him no matter what they paid him. Anyway, surrender.
We have. Can you bring, ask her to bring some napkins?
Right here. I'll tell you one thing that I've observed, knowing both of you. I've known you almost all my life out here, and I've known you all your life out here. You both have an instinct about what the public are about that I find very compatible. You do it in your way, and Aaron does it in his way, but that's what you're all about. You sense what's going on out there. I don't know what it is, but you know what's going on out there, and that's why, whether it's television or motion pictures, it's the same ability. You're out there with the people. You know what you know what they're about, and I think that
the main thing that one has all the time is not to hesitate and to go and be able to take chances.
Well, Michael Caine really loves the project because I ran into him in a restaurant and
Yes.
he came up to me and said a perfunctory hello to my wife. Said that's a
I know
fabulous
that's
script. And I said that's one of the best scripts I've
Because
ever
Gelati
read.
is called every day for the last 10
They've
days.
been calling every day on this. When are
He's
we?
such a wonderful comedy actor. I think now he's coming out in these, Hannah and her
Hannah, Three
Sisters,
Sisters
and,
and
this
Sweet
Alan
Liberty.
Alda movie.
Yeah,
He's
so
like,
he's got a real.
Yes, also doing business.
Oh,
Amazing
huge
business.
business.
Woody
I
Allen
think
films.
it'll be as big
one
as...
breakout film that
Yeah,
Yes,
think so.
he's
I hear
28,000,
this Alan Alda
56.
movie is a real funny comedy too.
Yeah.
You saw parts of it in Educating Rita. You know, you saw some of that, but this is even better.
Right, he was great in that Blame It on Rio, which was really hard to bring off. A guy screwing his friend's 18-year-old daughter. That's a very difficult role, and he brought it off. You wound up not hating him.
No, it was
Wound up
too-
being very jealous.
No, because you can only play one emotion.
Right.
And it was
No, but he
tough.
managed to be very likable.
I also love Barbara Hershey in that film. I thought
She was great, isn't she?
Sensational.
I did the movie Barbara Hershey 10 years ago.
She's a good actress. She's a very underrated actress.
She's one of the first actresses, American actresses that you hired.
What was the first picture you did over here?
Lepke.
Lepke?
With Tony Curtis.
I remember.
I saw that.
I remember it. I liked it.
We did it for $900,000. We sold it to Warner Brothers for $1,750,000.
מנחם!
לא, כן, שלום.
שלום, שלום. נו, בשעה טובה התחלנו היום את ההפקה.
כן, איך הולך?
יוצא מן הכלל. אני חושב שיש לנו חומר יוצא מן הכלל.
בסדר. איציק, בוא נדבר באופן רציני רגע, העניין של התקציב.
כי אתה קראת...
שיגעת אותי עם התקציבים ששלחת לי.
אתה הבינית מה שכתבתי.
אני מבין, אבל בכל זאת...
After I became to know him well, I found out that he is too soft. People who are saying that he is ruthless, I think that they don't know him. They don't know the man. I remember when once Menahem and Yoram, they were my clients when I ran the lab and the studio here in the country. So he wanted to take the answer print of one of his pictures. And I told him, Menahem, I'm not going to give you the print unless you are paying me in front. I tried. And then Menahem came, it was probably 20 years ago. And he came and said, look, I don't have anything. I don't have a car, I don't have a frigidaire, and I don't have even a house or an apartment. The only thing what I have is a wife and 3 daughters. If you can put a mortgage on my wife and my 3 daughters, it's okay with me. And if you're not going to give me the answer print, you are ruining me absolutely. So, and he started to cry. And even people are saying that I'm ruthless. I became soft and I gave him. And I'm not sorry for that.
Rumpelstiltskin, the exciting first film from Cannon's children's movie tales. Magical stories come to life.
Things that they can help. Things that they can help and do. You know, like the hips. My wife had 2 new hips put in. Yeah, 2 new hips. And it helped her. Is your wife big?
She was big.
She was big.
Yes, yes.
Speed?
Mine, take 2. And action.
Hocus pocus, straw. Ouch!
Good evening, young lady, and pardon my pride. But what is the matter, and why are you crying?
That's a cut. Like that. Let's do one more.
Okay, עוד אחד, מיד בבקשה.
The Menahem that I know is a person who gives you tremendous chances. I had worked for the company casting, and I've had different jobs. And I walked into him and I said, look, I really want a challenge. Give me something interesting. He said, well, for about 3 years ago, I had this idea. I'd like to do some fairy tales, and I have the whole world, and we can do all kinds of things. Would you like to do that? I said, what? He said, would you like to go and produce these? And I said, well, sure. We went to Budapest, we went to Czechoslovakia, we went to Italy, we went to Portugal and Spain. And finally, Menahem called me up and he said, okay, we're doing it in Israel. I have sets here that I could have never got in Budapest. I have total control, and the people work harder, stronger, more vigorously. These are Israelis, and I've never seen any performances like this in my life.
Well, the main secret is that all the budget, most of the budget, 99% of the budget of a picture is going to the screen. Not with all the limousine, schmilmousine, lunches, bunches, and all this nonsense that first of all is money, and secondly, we don't have time for this. On this time that Menahem is spending few lunches, he can do another picture.
אז על מה אתה מדבר?
אולי 4 מטר גובה מספיק?
לא.
לא.
לא. יש תוכניות טלוויזיה, אתה שם את זה על כרכרה, על הטרקטור, הוא מכניס, כולל פרופס שם בתוך סגור.
The communication center that we are building in Jerusalem
is an example of some of Menachem's dreams to turn from dream to reality. We have to build in Jerusalem a communication center and on tremendous views of the mountains of Jerusalem, and to put a village and to create productions in this place, to make a little Hollywood in the mountains of Jerusalem.
موسى هو شوفي ايش سويتوا؟ تاركوا شوف عليه شوف عليه ايه هو انتوا هالشنال بيسلمي على موتوسيكل تاركوا تاركوا امشوا
While the hijacked TWA jet was still on the tarmac in Beirut, Cannon began production of The Delta Force, a film which would tell the story of what Menahem Golan thought should happen next. The hostages would be rescued by an elite American counter-terrorist force, led by Chuck Norris and V. Marvin. Delta Force was shot entirely on location in Israel and was directed by Golan himself. Inside Cannon's aeroplane set, Hannah Shagula plays the German stewardess, forced to help identify the Jews among the hostages.
Did they tell you why they want our passports? Do you know why? We get them back. We need those passports.
יותר שמאלני, אוקיי. אתה שם אחורנית. אחרון. אתה אחורנית.
We're members of Delta Force and we're here to take you home.
2/3 of the way, or 3/4 of the film is very accurate, and then it's sort of a dream or wishful thinking. I think most Americans wish that this had happened and hope that it does, God forbid if there's a next time. So it does, you do feel it very strongly, because outside in the real world it's going on, what you're acting.
That was terrific. Good for us. Terrific.
Visually, you have an area that's been at war for so many, centuries, I guess. So that all, well, I mean, look at our backgrounds. I mean, this is just every day here. And the urgency of the people, there's an urgency in Israel that you don't see in other places. You know, they're very moving, very warm, and very open, all because they have to live so rapidly, in the sense of that they're living under this terrorism that they have here, you know.
I think terrorism is going to get greater all over the world, and I think it's time that we started doing something about it right now, rather than waiting until it gets to such a problem that we can't deal with it.
American, I want to negotiate. Do you hear me, American?
Loud and clear.
But it's very rare to have in advance, long time in advance, such kind of material.
They really rushed this
Usually it's come
well.
afterwards.
They rushed this, yeah. It was
But
very
they did
special
well.
order.
It's really nice, I think.
Very nice.
To help the launching of the film, I think it's a very nice idea.
It's already in French on the side.
Yes, but they made some mistakes, by the way. In here.
Mistake.
Yeah. For example, they wrote, you see that, tout dernier modèle. It's tout dernier modèle. But you know,
They'll forgive you.
That's for the fun.
A real-life world crisis that ended without slaughter is given a very different ending in a new movie. It's called Delta Force, and our entertainment editor, David Sheehan, has, of course, seen it, and he's here to tell us about it.
Well, I want to tell you that this, I think, is an exploitation movie in the very worst sense of the term. Blatantly and brainlessly concocted to inspire vengeful hatred toward Arabs and Palestinians with a very manipulative restaging of the TWA hijacking of last June. Delta Force is such a flagrant attempt to celebrate irrational racial hostility. I think you're bound to be at least slightly sickened by it, no matter what your political or ethnic sympathies may be. In fact, the one encouraging thing, the paying audience I saw it with groaned and moaned a whole lot more than they'd cheer. I think that's because it's so crude and cartoony, maybe it won't have that much effect.
All right, good to know that. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
If one of our pictures is coming out and the critics love it, and everybody is saying that it's a great picture, I know that I'm in trouble. Because that means that the people are not going to queue near the box office. And contrary, when they are saying bad things, I'm happy, because that's I know that this is going to be a smash.
Delta Force took $6 million within 4 days of its release in the United States and Canada, and is doing good business in Europe and Asia. It opens at 100 British cinemas next Friday. To celebrate the move to their new headquarters and the opening of Delta Force, Golan Globus invited Hollywood to a black tie party. There were over 2,000 guests.
How are you? Thank you for coming.
It's a great evening.
We are going to do that movie. We have John already, and you, and it's going to be a blockbuster of the century.
Delighted to see you.
Delighted to see you. Okay, see you later.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
So we can show you this building. You can come in, make a movie, and live with the movie. Everything is there, honestly.
I believe it.
Everything
and you know
is in the building.
We want you both here in the building. Okay.
Okay?
Yes, thanks. I see we're on television.
Thank you. Enjoy the party.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the party. Enjoy the party.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's upstairs.
The party was held on the top 3 floors of their new multi-story car park, astro-turfed for the occasion.
The whole thing is that movies are entertainment, but there's 2 types of violence on the screen that the liberals don't seem to understand. You have negative violence, which provokes violence on the screen, which I think is bad. But a person who is retaliating against violence, just like you will do on the street if you're attacked, I think is good. You cannot hide your head in the sand and say there is not violence out there. The key point is how do you deal with violence. That's what's important, and that's what we try to demonstrate on the screen. Not in a negative way, but in a positive way. And in turn, it is not detrimental to our youth in America. I started at the very bottom in Oklahoma, and I've reached this level of success. Not many countries do you have that opportunity. And so, God bless America because of that.
America is a great country and gave us a fantastic opportunity. Yoram and me, when we came from Israel and from Europe, we came to Mecca, the Mecca of motion pictures. And we came to pray. And we prayed and prayed. In the beginning, nobody listened. But then we kept on praying. And finally, people began to listen.
It is true. Nobody believed them when they first started. 10 years ago, I guess, when they were a struggling little company, few had faith in them. But they are among the greatest marketing geniuses anywhere. And they have done so well that they make their profit even before the film is premiered. They're now making, I think it's something like 25 films a year, right?
Right.
Incredible.
For the past 2 weeks, Menahem Golan and Yoram Globus have dominated the Cannes Film Festival with 18 new films. In London, there is speculation and debate about what Cannes will bring to the British cinema.
I'm not disturbed by Golan Globus' arrival in Britain, per se, at all. They're energetic men. They have a genuine commitment to cinema. There's no question about that. I am concerned at the level of market power that's falling into their hands. I think that control, market power can be exercised benignly, and it can also be exercised aggressively. I've got no reason to assume that they're going to be one or the other. I mean, they'll obviously stand on their record. What is important is I have a great love of cinema, as they have. But I happen to think that cinema is an incredibly important social instrument, and that we live in a society which is enormously influenced by film and television, and we have a responsibility as filmmakers to that society. Now, I've said this before, and I'll sound like a crack record. I have a very precise notion of the form of society I want to live in, and I've got an idea of the triggers that create violence, and the triggers that create, I think, social and decent behaviour. This isn't a kind of Mary Whitehouse speech at all. I try to make movies which take a position which is humanist, essentially humanist, and I believe is helpful to society. It's quite clear to me that the majority of their work in the past, and we are talking about the past, has been work which has appealed to the lowest common denominator in the audience.
They've already spent a fortune in England on production and in increasing the quality of the cinemas, and I know that in the few days since they acquired the company, they've been doing deals with English producers and directors willy-nilly. It has to be an extraordinarily good thing that we have acquired good management, which has been missing in our industry over the years. Film is a mass medium. It is a vastly expensive product. England has gone broke for years making films for people in Hampstead and Kensington that they could chat about over dinner. That's why we have no film industry left, because we've gone broke making films for a few aesthetes. Films have to be popular. That's why Hollywood thrives, but they can also be good. And Cannon's range today is absolutely extraordinary. Extraordinary.